Do you ever get that gut feeling something bad is coming, but nobody's saying a word? Like when your dog suddenly stands up, casually strolls out of the room, looks back, and then 5 seconds later, you realize exactly why he did that. And now you're sitting there, eyes watering, questioning every life choice that led to this moment, while your dog is halfway down the hall looking back like, good luck with that little gift I left you. Well, your wallet's been dealing with that same exact feeling for a while now. Prices keep climbing, your paycheck isn't stretching like it used to, and things that were once basic necessities now feel like luxury items. And here's the part that's really going to sting. I just pulled back the curtain on who's really making a killing from these price hikes. And trust me, you're not going to like the answer. In fact, it might just shock you. Because while you're paying more at the grocery store, at the gas pump, and for the basics you need to live, someone else is laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, I break it all down in my latest article, and by the time you finish reading, you'll never see another price tag the same way again. Hey, but first, let me introduce myself. I'm Steve Rode, also known as the Get Out of Debt Guy, and I've been helping people navigate financial messes for decades. I've seen just about every way people get scammed, misled, or squeezed for every last dollar. And today, I want to make sure that doesn't happen to you. I dig into the stuff most people don't talk about. The hidden fees, the fine print, the policies dressed up as help that actually make life harder. And this latest financial squeeze, it's not just bad luck, it's engineered. I just finished a deep dive into why everything costs more, who's really benefiting, and how these prices are affecting you in ways you might not even realize yet. And while you've been told this is just how the economy works, well, the truth? There's a group of people making a killing off of this at your expense. Let me tell you a story. Jake is just like you and me. He works hard, pays his bills, saves what he can. He's trying to do everything right. And then one day, everything changes. His grocery bill jumps $50 a week. His gas tank, $200 to fill. His sneakers that he wants, forget about it. They're now unaffordable. The news keeps saying, hey, it's only temporary price hikes. And the politicians keep saying, trust me, things will stabilize soon. Jake wanted to believe them. He really, really, really did. And then he loses his job. No meeting, no warning, just an email. Your position has been eliminated. After many years of service as an exceptional employee, he's told he's got 15 minutes to gather his things before he's escorted out of the building. Just like that, he goes from being a valued worker to a security risk. And the reason behind it? Well, it's something that's happening all across America right now. Something that's quietly making everyday life more expensive while pushing companies to make decisions that leave hardworking people just like Jake out in the cold. It could happen to you. Jake thought it was just bad luck, that maybe things would get better. But the more he dug, because now he had free time, the more he realized this wasn't some random accident. And this is not a conspiracy theory. And here's what they don't want you to know. You're paying more for everything, and it's not just inflation. It's something far more deliberate and calculated. And the plan is to make things a lot more expensive. Still, we've been told one thing, but the reality? The real winners aren't struggling at all. They're thriving. And if you think this is just about prices going up, buckle up, Buttercup, because this goes much deeper. Here's a fact I didn't even put in the article. Last year, the U.S. government pulled in $80 billion with a B, $80 billion from these policies. And guess where that money came from? Corporations? Foreign governments? Nope. Foreign businesses? No. It came from you. Every single time you buy gas, groceries, clothes, electronics, you're paying a hidden cost, and it never even shows up on your receipt. It's just baked into the price. You have no way of knowing about it. And if these new policies roll out, it's about to get even worse. You're going to spend a lot more money on the things that you buy right now. Look, I spent a lot of time diving into this, connecting the dots and breaking down what's really going on. For those of you who have known me all these decades, I don't do fear-mongering. I do facts. And here's the biggest fact of all. If you don't know what's happening, you can't fight back. And here's the thing. I don't expect you to take my word for it. No. I write about all the facts in the article for you to see. That's why I laid everything out for you. Who's really making money from these policies? Who benefits when your costs skyrocket? And why they're hoping you don't see it and figure it out. Because once you see how deep this rabbit hole goes, you'll never look at a price tag the same way again. So, look, if you want to finally understand why your money isn't stretching like it used to, who's profiting from it, and why it's going to get worse, head over to my Substack and read the full post at getoutofdebtguy.substack.com. Don't worry, I put a link for you in the description. Trust me, this is the kind of thing you'll want to send to your friends, your family, and hell, even that one coworker who's always got an opinion about everything, because this affects all of us. And before you go, if you feel like you want to do something nice, just boop that like button, subscribe, and let's talk about it in the comments. Have you felt the pinch? What's been hitting your wallet the hardest? And let's break down all of this together. Got a money question keeping you up at night? Well, don't just Google it. Get real answers from real people who actually know what they're talking about. Head to getoutofdebt.org/podcast to ask your question, and you might hear it on an upcoming episode. But hey, if you'd rather keep it private, Damon Day has your back. Visit DAMONDAY.com because getting out of debt is easier with the right help. That's getoutofdebt.org/podcast, where smart money questions lead to smarter money moves.